Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in the Peak Tram Terminus right now at Garden Road. You see how packed this is? This is the waiting hall. It's actually my first time taking Peak Tram after it got renovated. It has been there's a shutdown for 6 months. So that's why now it's changed completely with the new system. Gen 5 trams have also get withdrawn. Now it's replaced by Gen 6, which I've never taken yet before. Here's the waiting hall with a little bit of a cool little area here with the screens and stuff to give you a nice vibe. And then here's the control hall that as soon as the doors open, you can go in and take the tram. Now I don't know whether I can actually get the front view for you guys. We can do the front view, but it's gonna be hard. Plus there's so many people here, so. Now single ride is $62. In return is $88. So you can still use Octopus card, or you can buy tickets. It's the same price. So I have Octopus card, so of course Octopus card. Just go through, and then when you come back down, you tap again at the top. It will be a return trip price of overall $88. So I just paid $62 there, and then the next trip later on when we come back down will be $26. Let's wait for the gate to open and we'll see the Gen 6 Peak Tram for the first time. We'll do both direction full journeys to feature it out. Very full right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's wait for the gate to open. We'll enter. Alright, gate opened. Let's see how this looks like. Wow. It's my first time taking Peak Tram, so never seen this thing before, and they have definitely changed the terminus a lot. Before it's literally on the side of the street, and now it's having a big old real thing with this movable walkway and all of that stuff. Okay, so let's get up there. Let's see the Gen 6 light rail for the first time. Not light rail, Peak Tram. And it's gonna be very, very steep later on, so hopefully we get a seat at the front. Of course, that's like completely not guaranteed, but it's coming down from the top. I'm seeing the lights there. Are there platform gates? Yeah, there are platform gates. And the other side is for you to get off. So the other side is just basic walking on the streets. So we have platform gates. Okay, so obviously we need to go somehow try to get to the front. But of course, when we can't get to the front, we just have to take a random spot. Okay, so here's the platform. I don't know whether they're running both trams, but it's pretty much one track all the way through. And here we are, Gen 6 Peak Tram. There's actually like a lot of people actually filming right there. What the hell? So many people filming towards the front. Here we are. Fortunately for the seats, they're still actually fixed for the directions. So it does actually sometimes give people headaches because of how steep it is. It's lining up, and the doors have actually also changed. It's actually a flipping doors instead of actually the sliding doors. So we'll get off on the other side first. There it goes. And this side will open after everyone get off. Okay, here we go. Now of course best is actually we can get the front, but we probably won't be able to considering it's up there, it's literally like that. Now there are middle stops, but for middle stops you need to press buttons in order to tell the people to get off. To tell the driver that you need to stop. But most of the time these stops are not going to be used that often. So, except maybe the next stop. The next stop might have people use it, but definitely not some of the other stops. Now, unfortunately, we won't get the front seat this time, but we'll do different angles for 2 different directions. So, we'll just do a side angles for this upwards one, and I try to get a downwards angle. It is very, very steep, so you will see how steep it is later on. Here we go. Because it's literally up the hill and up the slope and stuff, so it's very, very steep. You see how steep this is already? Now you can hike to the peak, which is possible to do, but it's not from this spot. This spot is miserable to hike all the way up to the peak. There's the Gen 5 tram parked right there, red. There goes one stop. Next is May. Actually, that's 2 stops already. And here's the for real up the hill part. Look at how steep this is. This is literally going like, this is like a 50. Almost like a 50 to 60 degrees angle going straight up. Now it does sometimes give someone some headaches because it's so straight. It's literally so deep. Wow. There goes another stop already. And here's the splitting off track for the other side tram to come over. Now, of course, like this so steep, it has to be pulled by ropes and stuff. And we have reached a little bit of a flatter surface. Here's the Parker Road stop. Now, someone do actually use the Parker Road stop, but it's not common. Okay. Usually no one's gonna get off in these middle stops, so turning a little bit here. Without actually having the front view is really actually hard, but there's so many people, it's so difficult to get the front view. And when we go back down, I try to get the front view. I have to get the front view later on, if not it's going to be a boring video. And we should have made it to the peak. We have a Barker Road stop. Barker Road stop is actually a pretty big one. And here's the views. And here's the Barker Road stop. And we're heading and touching on the Peak Terminus, which you can have a lot of different options to take. This is the most expensive option to get up to the peak. And we've made it. Here's the Peak Terminus inside the shopping mall. And there are people taking pictures over there. Here we are. This side's boarding. Still a lot of people lining up for the front view. And made it. Now we need to get off on the other side, so the other side doesn't have platform gates, which is pretty funny always. And here's the tram. Without platform gates, this side is actually pretty cool. The other side has platform gates, which is actually a perfect stopping spot for this guy stopped at perfectly. Alright, let's head out. We'll have a quick scan of the peak and we'll take the return trip. And here we are, up in the peak now. There's actually a hiking spot where you can actually do your loop around the whole peak, which takes around an hour and a half to walk around the whole thing. Now they actually have switched a little bit with the systems. Before actually here is closed for the gates, you actually have to enter from the inside, from the I don't know actually the name of this thing, hang on. The Peak Tower. You need to actually enter from the Peak Tower and actually goes the other way around. But now you actually just go straight in from here, which is the way better system. That you don't need to loop around the whole shopping center, which is annoying before. You actually need to enter from the other side before, and this side's closed off, but now they switch it up, which is good. They have the Peak Gallery over there, another shopping center, a lot of restaurants here. These are like very, very expensive, and some of them are just a big old rip-off, like that one. That one over there, this red building over here. This is a big old rip-off for this restaurant. Of course, if you're interested in eating there, you can go and do that, but they're just serving some of the random cha-chan-tang things with a very fancy price, so no point. And there's a one of the older generation Peak Trams that they put it over here. I actually don't know what generation this is. This is one of the older generations. You can see the doors, they're all flipping doors. So here's that. And then the bus terminus is actually down there if you want to take buses back. And also minibuses. Minibuses, we have route number 1, which goes to Hong Kong Station. And we have route number 15 by City Bus. Goes to Central Fair Piers via Wan Chai and Admiralty. And for weekends and some of the public holiday services, there's an Express X15, which basically doesn't stop at any of the stops in the hills and in the mid-levels like the 15 does, and runs straight up to the peak. So those things cost like around $12 to $15 for the minibuses, while this thing costs $60. So that's why that's the difference. If you're interested, please go up there, pay for it to take photos up there. We have been there actually one time with my grandparents. It's pretty cool. So that's the peak. This is the Peak Tower, which is the landmark up here, and also one of the landmarks of Hong Kong. So there's also a little bit of a statue museum inside with some of the real people statues, which is made by wax. So you can go ahead and pay for that as well. You can pay a visit, and apparently we also have a Burger King here. Wow. Burger King mostly should have completely withdrawn from Hong Kong businesses, but apparently it's here. there's one shop here. Well, it's crazy, which is basically Hungry Jack's of Australia, which I'm not a fan of, so that's why. No thanks. We'll take the return trip very soon. There's still actually quite a lot of people going back down now, so try to get the front seat later on. Let's come over here, at least a little bit of views, but today's pretty foggy, so I don't think we can get any of the views, but you see the views hopefully there. There you go, some views here. A little bit of the views. There it goes. You can also actually hike down from the peak to go back down to the mid-levels instead of actually taking the things, which you need to walk this way, and then you can walk the stairs down, which leads back down to where HKU Parkview Road is. Or the other way you can also do so, which goes to Kennedy Town. So let's head back in and let's do a return trip. Okay, enter once again, back onto this side. We'll try to get the front, but the thing is, every other seat actually at the back of these carriages are all backwards, except the first car that's actually going downwards. So you see how many people already gathered over here at the first door just to get the angle to do the shots. Because, and also, even if you're like not trying to film anything, the seats only at the first carriage is actually going the correct way. All of the other ones are actually backwards. So when you come up, actually everyone is actually going the right way except the last car. So that's why. Let's go ahead and actually get a better shot. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people here. Let's just wait for the tram to come first and we'll shoot over there. Okay, this tram is already actually not as full, so now the thing is, if we cannot get the front seat, we'll wait for one more service. Yeah, we'll wait for one more service. Now, I don't know whether we can get the front seat, but we'll try our best. Now, basically, this tram is auto-running, and then also it's actually very terrible for the staff because you need to stand the entire time. And ready for the steep section. This is the steepest section. It's literally goes straight down. So. And there's the Gen 5. Clear shot at it now. And there's a random one over there. And here we are, I made it down now. That's the end of the video. I want to say it's also C Learn is over there, so that's why we'll film the 15C with him after that for a bus journey. So that one will be coming out very soon in the future, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Remember to like and subscribe. This is the Peak Tram. Remember, when you're coming to Hong Kong, please take at least one time. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels and my Instagram. Click on these videos up top, and I'll see you guys. Peace!